Tier 3 of Pacific Series. We're just about here for the race start. Lobby glitch a bit. It was lights in the way to go here. Entei is on pole position ahead of Bodhod with Sidepod coming down in P3. Oh, up to P2 now. We've got Deputy Dilldog. He's getting touched. I think he's gone a little bit wide. He's hit Bodhod, it looks like. He's gone down to P4. Proximity to Ross. Now under pressure from Bambi, but Ross is going to put a move on Deputy Dilldog here. Going around the outside into turn 3, but you can see the McLaren of Sandals hitting the back of Dilldog. Don't think there was any damage there. They're still going to continue to go side by side, it looks like. Deputy Dilldog and Proximity to Ross here. Dilldog gets past, coming into turn 4. So, yeah, sorry about the long wait for the start of the stream. Oh, it's good yellow flag. Just get that track map up. That is Vetus Broken, who apparently hasn't had the best of connections. So he's struggling a bit there with his internet. But yeah, so we had a bit of a problem with the... Well, first of all, with me joining the session, I couldn't join the session, and then qualifying apparently stuffed up. So we've had to restart the session, and we are good to go. So every driver is on fresh tyres. No one is on those one tyres. Scotty apparently is gone. Oh,
did that just come up as well, saying DRS enabled on lap 2?
Yeah, everyone's ghosted for me now. Well, a lot of drivers started ghosting.
So I think it's included the formation lap, because this is actually lap 2 and not lap 3.
Saying Sidepod has DRS, he can use it, but I don't think he is. I think it might just be visual glitch, I'm hoping. I'm hoping it is. I think this game is not doing too well at all. So we have 36 laps here, and I think DRS should be ready this lap or next lap, or this upcoming. Not sure if it'll actually be activated or not, knowing this game. But here we go. Entei leading the pack after 2 laps, entering lap 3. It's a purple Latin with a 6.8. I think Dilldog best beat that as well with the 6.8. Bella Danger has beat him, and 0 into the pits already. I think that may be a front wing change. There, now DRS enabled. Finn Kelly getting 3 seconds.
Have a look. And yes, that is a new front wing for 0, and he's gone onto the hard compound tyre. As you can see here, we already have a long DRS train. Not many cars pulling away as yet.
So, thanks for that, BMAC. That's a bit marked for a second, but yeah. Yeah, it's a big long train from, that's P1 down to P12. From, pole to Trent Sandals. There's a big gap from Sandals down to Will 921. Zero's put on the hards. Did you say he came for a wing change?
Yes, 0 changed the wing and got onto the hard compound tyre.
So I wonder if he can make that to the end. Sidepod got purple now, so he's really pushing it on Entei. Entei will be running out of... Oh, it does a lot of ERS actually. A lot of ERS there. So he'll be running out. Sidepod has DRS, he might have to be using a little bit more, but he's saving quite a lot, Entei.
I'm just looking now at the big winners from the start. Trickid is up 6 places from P13 to P7. And the losers of the start, Airborne lost 4 positions down to 9th, and Sandals also lost 4 positions down to 12th.
Yeah, so Airborne, he's obviously, we didn't see qualifying, but he started P5, I believe. So he's lost quite a few. And Sanders started in the top 10, he's lost quite a few as well. I think Kelly's at a pretty good start, up 3 positions as well. So he will be happy with that in the Ferrari. He hasn't got Big Donner there tonight, so who are we there? I think we have no second Alpha Tauri. We have no second Racing Point and no second Ferrari. Oh,
correct. Exactly, that's right, yep. Will picks up his first 3-second penalty.
We've got Bella Danger and Airband going side by side now. Venus getting his 3 seconds now. He's down to
Bodhod making a move into the hairpin on the inside of Angry's side pod. Has he made a stick? He has.
Both of them will
You'll
have
get
DRS, so yeah, I think Butthole will make the move stick if Sidepod isn't able to make a move. He's not, so that is P2 for Butthole. Very, very good.
He has used up a lot of his energy to make that move. But Sidepod did make a little bit of a little mistake there, locking up into turn 5.
So, yeah, he's hit 3 seconds for Butthole, as we just covered, and the top 3 have held position now. And starting to separate from the pack. Sidepod is losing out to Butthole now. Buthole's almost a second in front. And he's decides to push for a move on Entei. I think there could have been a corner cut warning in turn 1 as we're right on board Butthole. He's got no ERS, he's used it all up for a very angry Sidepod overtake. And I think he'll just wait behind for the time being. Meanwhile, Deputy Dillog almost losing the rear end there, coming out of the hairpin of turn 3. He's got Proximity Ross right behind him, still putting pressure on. So the train's starting to spread out, although we have 2 cars going side by side. Sontel and the Bella Danger going side by side now. Bella Danger coming into turn 4, putting it down to the inside. I think he's got the move done. Yes, he does. So it is P8 for a Bella Danger.
So the championship leader not having the best of starts here at Austria, sitting down in 9th place. But Finn Kelly as well, sitting in 2nd place in the championship, not making the most of the Stone Towel, struggling this race. He's sitting down in 10th.
So they're both struggling then, as it seems. Struggling to find pace, I guess. Wonder what if Sidepod or Butthole, even Entei, can make a move up the championship standings. Somewhat. As Entei is still in the lead. Butthole is very,
Kelly
very
has made a
now.
move on Stone Tower, relegating him back down to 10th and putting Kelly up to 9th. Oh, and Sandals has hit the back of Stone Tower and it's allowed Airborne to come through.
Sandals still has no damage.
Sandals gone really hot a couple of times into that hairpin already.
I can put what tyre there, right? So yeah, every driver is running on the softs except for Scotty, who's starting on the mediums, and Zero started on the softs and has gone to the hards after a wing change in the first lap. So it's going to be even strategy for most of these guys. It's going to be on pure pace, not really any different strategies other than obviously Scotty and Zero. As Deputy Dillog getting his 3-second penalty. I think he cut the outside of the penultimate corner to the last corner. As Proximity Ross now putting in a move on the inside. He can't get it done though. And he'll have to try again coming into the hairpin right on board with Proximity Ross in the Alfa Romeo. Who I think he's yet to have a teammate come into the Liga, so he's still waiting.
He had one last week. It was V. Kank who actually won the race at France, didn't he, last week?
I did, I think so, yeah.
So we're missing him today.
Yeah, he's not racing tonight, unfortunately.
Finn Kelly passing Bambi up into 8th place. Really trying to make the most of Stone Tower's bad race so far.
Now he's looking on, he's got a lot more pacing, a lot more grip towards the Bella Danger. It looks like he might be running a different setup than Bella. He might be running more straight line speed. The Finn is a lot faster through the corners. There's no ERS though. Neither's a Bella. Trick Kid up in P6. Trick Kid having a very good race so far. As Bambi actually coming to the pits already after 9 laps.
So I'd say Bambi will be jumping onto the hard compound tyre to try and go the rest of the way, which he has. And then the front wing change as well, so that's going to cost him a bit of time.
Where does it come out? Does it come out in front of Venus? Don't think so. So
I think he's going to lose out to Venus.
19th and 20th. Definitely not a good start to their race. As Finn still trying to mount a challenge on Abella, who's mounting a challenge on Trickett as well. As Airbear actually getting in front of Stone Tower. They're going side by side actually, here we go.
Stone Tower getting that back.
He goes round the outside. Can't get it done though. He gets a 30-second penalty for good measure. Finn Kelly gets 3 seconds as well. And
Does get
this,
a 3-second penalty, but I feel like he could get that one taken off. Just trying to leave room for airborne there.
and he's lifted out of it. Smart decision by Stone Tower there. Just didn't want to make any contact. Meanwhile, Finn Kelly, Tricky that's gone very wide, very
Tricky
wide.
has gone wide, and Ballard went really shallow into the corner as well. Had to slow down, nearly taking out Tricky.
Can go round the outside of Abella. Can you get the move done? They're going to go side by side. I think they're doing a slight bit of contact. And they're going to continue to go side by side. Both have DRS. Finn very slightly squeezing Bella. He's going to move to the outside. Is the AlphaTauri driver. And Finn almost losing it. Coming out of turn 4. But I think
Couple of touches there, but I think that's really good racing by both of them there. Keep that as clean as they could.
So Finn Kelly up to P7 now, and he has Tricked his next target. I think he may be our biggest winner now. Up 7 spots, same amount as Tricked.
Bella picking up a 3-second penalty.
You can see very angry Sidepod fastest up the race so far with a 6.94 or 6.694 I should say. So around a 10.
His front three are pulling away from the rest of the field.
Yeah, so Sidepod's actually caught up to the back of these guys. As Bottle can't really get past Entei. As Tricky and Finn Kelly side by side. Finn Kelly's actually gone very wide. And he's lost the position again to Bella. Bella's made more contact to Finn. So they're really fighting it out here.
Oh, keep it clean here, boys. Keep it clean.
As Venus is legged out, I think.
Dennis has left. I'm just going to jump on board. Make sure he's not blocking anyone. His AI.
Just got Bambi coming up behind him. So if we can get through that on that straight, you see on the map.
He is ghosted, so should be okay.
He will not be happy with that. I think he tried to make a move on Tricky and just couldn't get the move done. Stone Tower down in P12. He's really struggling. Really struggling here. I was going to try to go around.
Oh, no, he's lost it. Oh, it's not a place on the track where you want to go side by side.
And he's come out, gone. Oh, good thing he ghosted there. Very good thing he ghosted. But that is a championship
not
leader.
good for the championship leader there.
He's really struggling here at Austria. Really struggling. Whereas Finn is really making inroads here. He's up into P8. Potential to get P6 before the pit stops. As we know, all drivers on the same strategy, more or less. So
Interesting to see if any of these front two, Bodhod or Sidepop, will try and undercut Entei.
it looks like Bella's not leaving too much room, but enough to keep Finn on the racetrack. He's going to make a move on the penultimate corner. He's going to try to go around the outside. He does. What's happened to Stone Tower? But can Finn make the move stick? He goes very wide, and he has to stay behind once again. So he's really pushing to get past Bella. He might have to put the elbows out. Bella going wide into turn 1 over those sausage scopes. And Tricky, Stone Tower actually into the pits now. So, did Abella touch Tricky? I think he did. Don't think there was damage. I've got a feeling this isn't on full, because we saw Trent twice into the back of someone, no damage. I saw Abella just then into the back of someone with no damage. So
I think it is on reduced. Did see it reduced before the race.
So maybe,
but yeah,
that's a factor there.
These guys are making me really nervous when they go side by side through those last two corners.
Oh, Entei and Bodhod. The pit. Bodhod stayed out. And Sidepod and Entei. Sidepod almost into the back of Entei. Wow.
Pushing the limit there, Sidepod trying to get as close as he can.
A lot of drivers into the pits.
And he jumps onto the medium tyres. Entei will jump onto the hard tyres. So different strategies here from both drivers, which is what we like to see. Makes the race a little bit more exciting.
Sidepod reckons he can make those mediums last to the end, and Entei does not, so he's taking the safe option till the end of the race.
This is where Sidepod is going to want to use those mediums as quickly as he can at the start of this stint to try and get a gap before they die off, and Entei's tyres are a little bit better towards the end.
Yeah, so I wonder how this is going to affect Bartot as well. So if you look at the gap to the leader, it is currently 18 seconds between Bartot and Entei, 18.5. We'll keep an eye on that as we go along. We'll see if Bartot comes in this lap. He does. So 18.5 seconds is the gap.
I feel like Bartot might lose out here to both drivers.
Still on board with Entei and Sidepod. See where they come out. I think there's a lot of time to Bella Danger actually. As you can see, it's 5 seconds between Finn and the Bella. So I wonder if Finn had changed the front wing, potentially.
Bartot coming around.
Here you go. You're going to go side by side. So Bartot was behind Entei and he stays behind Entei.
See if Sidepod can make a move. He does have DRS on Bartot. Bartot does not have DRS.
Here comes
Bartot
Bartot.
makes a move.
Here comes Sidepod. 3 wide. I think Sidepod comes back behind these two and Bartot takes the net lead of the race. But now he has Sidepod's teammate Trent Sanders in front. But here comes Entei. He's going to try and make a move again. He's going to pull out this time. And he'll settle for second. But now Sidepod is all over the back of Entei. Entei's obviously on those harder tyres, harder compounded tyres. Proximity Ross into the pits now. So Ross and definitely Dildog Ross having a little battle. So I wonder how
Airborne also into the pits.
Bartot having to lift quite a lot to avoid hitting Trent Sanders there. It's a very risky pit entry. So Scotty takes the lead of the race, although he has not stopped, and he'll look for mediums to soft, I think, which could be good near the end. Gets a lucky safety car.
So yeah, I was wrong there. I didn't expect Bartot to get out before them, but they must have got stuck in a little bit of traffic.
I think they might have, but tricking the Battle Danger actually having a little battle. It's because Finn Kelly behind Airband now, so Finn's lost a lot of time. But we know he has pace to come back. The Battle Danger into the side of Tricky. Almost turned in on him, but I think it is clean racing so far. And the Bella up to P7, 0 retiring from the session into the pits, so
that shouldn't cause any safety car.
He should be alright with that. Hopefully the car goes when he comes out of the pits. And we should be...
I think he won't come out. I think he'll stay in, won't he?
Oh, if you send the map, I think he is. There's Bartot and Scotty making a move. He's in an illegal overtake because there was yellow flags on his main straight. I wonder if that will actually take that into account. That was a retired car. Yeah, he's just... You can see the... oh, here we go. Bella and Trickett actually. Side by side. And Trickett making the move back once again.
Good little battle these guys are having.
For position 7, Finn Kelly up ahead of Airband. And Bella Danger really wanted to get past Entei passing Scotty now. So there's very much a free position there.
Gold Glove making the move in on Airband as well into turn 4.
As Venus also retires in the pits. That is 2 out so far. Bella Danger's got quite a few penalties to be honest. I think it's his second or third of the race already. It's been lap 18, so halfway through the race around that. And
the leader Bartot has 2 penalties. He's got 6 seconds. Entei has 1 warning. Sidepod has no warnings. So that could really change who's going to win this race.
Here we go, Bella Danger again, making a move. on Trickid. Another DRS overtake. They're really just slingshotting themselves, trying to get away from Finn Kelly, who's catching up catching up quite a bit closer actually. And Gold Gloves. Oh, here comes Trickid. Actually sent the move back, so he's gone to the lead again. Oh, not the lead, the P7. Once again, from Abella Danger. Here comes Abella. He's going to run a little bit wide, just as we go on board with him. A little bit of dirt on his tyres, got a little bit under the sear through, I believe that was turn 7 and 8. Through 9 and 10. He's going wide again, so it's definitely the dirt on his tyres. So there's just a little bit of time, there's only half a second back. We get DRS in these next 2 or 3 straights even, before you can make an overtake. So here you go once again. Bella Danger in the AlphaTauri, Trickid in the Renault, and Trickid just conceding position once again. So it's really just using Bella's tyres. Trickid has hards on, so it really can just afford to use up those tyres, as he knows he can get to the end. Bella Danger, I don't know if he can. I'm not sure.
Deputy Dilldog just passing Scotty into the hairpin for P4.
It's got a bit of a sitting duck right now, so he's on a different strategy. He's done 18 laps on these tyres. They must be shot. Completely shot. The front of the field is starting to spread out now, although Trickid and Abella's actually, he's made the move to stick, and Trickid wants to try and stay within that DRS range. Finn Kelly now 2.7 seconds behind this duo. Finn Kelly bringing alongside him is Gold Gloves and Airband. So it could be a 5-way fight for position 7. Both these guys running minimal ERS. And I don't think Trickid is close enough for a move on Abella Danger. As you come into the hairpin and just on the power a little bit too early. So far, Renault having a double points finish. Golgos could get some points here if he doesn't lose out on penalties once again. But I think Abella Danger might have the position all sealed up. As Proximity Ross is actually quite close behind Scotty. So that will be for position 5, Proximity Ross. Very consistent.
Wow, getting another penalty.
Bottom's pushing then, looks like. He's really pushing it.
So if it stays like this, Bodhod could also drop out of the top 5.
So he's really pushing it. He can't really get the track limits. This is the outside of turn 9, the penultimate corner. Outside of the exit of that corner, as Zero leaves the session, he's already out of the race, so that is nothing to be wary of. But yeah, it's outside of the turn 9 fast right-hander. I think he keeps going wide there and getting a few warnings. So he's going at a 2-second lead though, but as you said, he does have a lot of penalties to contend with. And
Intase is starting to put a gap out on SidePod as well. He has broken the DRS of SidePod.
Bella Danger's broken the DRS. Oh, Trickid. Getting under pressure for Finn Kelly now. Is almost within the second. Can he get within the second by that DRS zone? Don't think he can on this occasion, but he might be able to do it.
Scotty coming into the pits.
So 20 laps he did on those tyres, apparently. 21 laps, there you go. So Finn Kelly now within DRS range. Can he make a move? As Scotty put on the sauce, he will be very competitive on those soft tyres at the end. We have 14 laps left in this race. This is very fast race, around a minute per lap.
Finn Kelly now right on the back of Trickid.
He's got Gold Gloves behind him as well, so this is a bit of a Renault sandwich here. Obviously on those medium tyres. You get past Trickid. That will help him to catch a Bella It'll make his job a lot easier in doing so. So Botthard, I believe he's won a race or two.
He has. Trying to remember what race he did win.
Speeding the standings up. So you go Finn Kelly around the outside of Tricky, almost losing the rear end. And lost position to God Gloves for good measure.
Sorry, my mistake. Bodhod won last week. I think he won because I think Kane had a penalty.
Yes. And he won in Spain as well.
Spain as well.
This could be his third race win. And that will put him, he's a P5. If he wins this, that will put him up to P3, really.
He is winning on track, but he does have 9 seconds on penalties.
So yeah, hopefully other drivers, hopefully keeps it a bit more calm now and other drivers get a few more penalties. The Sole Racing Point, obviously his teammate Sneg unavailable for this race. He should be back next week, hopefully. As we enter lap 24 of this Grand Prix, as the field's starting to spread out, now Finn Kelly's still on the charge. So 1 minute 7.2 on his last lap, only 2 or so tenths slower than his fastest lap of the race. Oh, his personal best, I should say. Scotty getting more penalties, there you go.
Pushing the limit on those soft tyres there, Scotty. Has pulled out the fastest lap as well.
So currently that won't mean anything. He's in P12, but if he can get past Sanders and Airban, he will get an extra point for his efforts of the fastest lap.
Does steal the point away from, I think it was Sidepod that had the fastest lap.
It was Sidepod, yeah. So a lot of figuring very spread out. Gogla's keeping up with Finn actually, which is quite impressive as Finn is showing us is probably one of the fastest drivers in this field. He's second in the championship. Goglov's not doing too well. Goglov's, yeah, he is P16. He's only on 12 points.
Oh, and Wheel has spun out as well. Him and Stone Tower going side by side.
So that is some damage on his front wing. It is, so he's not having a very good race either. I don't think
and he's spun out, just coming back onto track again as well.
He's really struggling on the infield there. I was going to say, we don't have any drivers making their debuts, do we?
No debutants tonight. I think, was it Venus Broken's debut tonight?
Oh yeah, it was Venus, yes. It was his, but he's out of the race. So, again, debutants not having the best of races. Will did not have a very good race last week. Struggling tonight as well.
They do like to shine in there after a couple of races. Ente being one of them, and Abella as well. Picked up that first point for AlphaTauri at Canada and just looked up ever since from there.
So yeah, Will is replacing Semi-Pro. I'm not sure if Semi-Pro is still full time. We'll see next week if he returns or if Will is just a reserve driver.
Still does have Semi-Pro as a full-time driver.
So I wonder if he can, Semi can come back, get a few points out for Terry. Yeah, Bella Danger really leading the pack for that team. Taking that first driver status. I think Alex can't get close enough. He hasn't got the pace to get close enough to Abella for P6.
Scotty has actually gotten past Bambi and Sandal, so he's in P11 now. 3 seconds behind Airborne in 10th.
He'll be around the second lap faster than the rest of these guys. He's got 10 laps to go, which means he'll be around 13, 14 laps on these tyres. Those soft tyres. Sidepod getting quite close to Ente now. It's half a second between those two. Has Sidepod gotten a podium?
I don't know. I'll suss
So
that
you
as
got
well.
2/3 for Sidepod. Bahrain and France. Okay, there you go. So not the best of lucks. Not the best of luck. For Sidepod really. See, in Spain he had the crash all by himself. Out of
As
the
well in
fast
Netherlands, he
run
had the crash as well.
and the Netherlands, yeah.
And Baku. So he had 3 DNFs in a row. So he's had 3 DNFs and 3 finishes, and 1 did not start. So you think he might just be happy to finish this race on the podium?
I think he'd want to push, but this would let Bartod try and bring the gap back out. To maybe save
He's
some
getting
time.
ever closer to it as well. Brought it back into the DRS.
Is in DRS. Enter has absolutely no ERS left whatsoever.
Entei and Sidepod just both with the 1 warning as well, so they've still got a warning in hand.
So Bartod really just needs to get at least 3 seconds. That way he may have a chance if Entei and Sidepod somehow get a penalty in the last few laps with their battling. Because he's currently in 9 seconds, I believe. So
And Scotty has made that move on Airborne into P10. So he's made up that ground really quickly on those soft tyres in about a lap and a half.
and now it's got tricky on the hard tyres to get
He's going to want
past.
to try and pull away because those soft tyres will probably die off around lap 33.
And 4 laps. Currently 2 or 3.8 I should say off Scotty. We'll see what his time is afterwards. Although Finn Kelly and Abella Danger actually having a little battle. So Finn Kelly has gained a lot of time on Abella and he's gone side by side into turn 1. And it's going to go side by side into turn 3 and Finn gets the move done. Finally, Finn Kelly gets the move done.
Ooh, Bella getting really close to the back of him there, but minor touch, but nothing serious.
No damage there for Bella Danger. And he wanted to stay in that DRS of Finn with Finn's and trying to get another DRS overtake back on Finn Kelly. So let's see what happens here. Gold Gloves is still right behind these guys. Just still trying to latch on. Currently P8. Has his teammate Tricky in P9. And Scotty Pitt and Venus is left. He's retired. So here you go.
Ooh, a little bit of a shake there for Sidepod coming out of turn 1, saving the car there.
Bell Danger can't get the move done here. Turn 1. He's going to open DRS. He's going to use his ERS. Maybe not yet actually. I think Finn is using his momentarily to get away. But I think Finn has cemented his P6 position. I don't think he can get another 6 or 4.5 seconds in 6 laps on proximity of Ross. Scotty's now 3.2 seconds behind Trickid. So he's gaining. Don't think it'll be enough though. In 6 laps before those softs really die. Yeah, Bell Danger just not having the pace anymore, but Gold Gloves does have pace against a Bella Danger. So Gold Gloves could get a lot of points here for Renault. Those guys can just stay in there. Bella getting another 30-second penalty. As does Gold Gloves as well though. So both of them running wide. And Bella's teammate Will in P15 is just running around. Having his own little race. Well, there is Will. So Abella, he's just not close enough to Finn to make a move. So far, Bold Hub is in the lead of the race. With 2.2 seconds. to Entei, and for the 1.8, so Cypher has lost Gran to Entei. Maybe because of the little wiggle there he had at a turn 1, like you
Yeah,
said.
lost about half a second on him, and I think he's just lost time throughout the lap as well.
So 4 laps to go here. 32 or 36, Abella going wide again. Bammy getting a penalty though. He's not had the best of races since his return, so he's missed a few races. And he's not really gotten back on form. Currently running aboard of Gold Gloves, who is the best seat in the house for this P6 battle. He might be able to make a move in the Bella if he makes a mistake or two. He's definitely close enough for a move. He's going to go on.
Proximity to Ross has made a move into Deputy Dilldog, taking P4.
So is coming to this very hairpin. Finn sliding tiny bit coming out of turn 3. So let a Bella Danger try and make a move. He's going to go down the outside. Here we go, Bella Danger. And Finn locks up ever so slightly. They do touch. And
allowing Gold Gloves to get a better run out of the corner.
Can he get the move? I don't think he can. He's going to try and make the move around the outside. No, he can't. He gets knocked by a Bella Danger and it's recede back to position 8. These sides haven't actually gone off yet, surprisingly. So they might actually work to the ends. Bella going very wide once again. He's almost getting the warning every single lap because of that one corner. He's really pushing it. And Gold Glove's really losing out now. Hopefully he can come back, make it another 3-way fight. We were behind him getting a 3-second penalty. Here comes a Bella Danger. Once again, can he make a move on Finn Kelly? Finn having shown great defensive moves, I should say. And a Bella Danger, let's see if he can make another move. So it's currently 5 tenths behind Finn. Don't think he'll make a move this time. If he can get out of that DRS range, Gold Glove can make a move on the Bella Danger. 3 laps to go. Bottom is about to complete lap 33. Is 2 seconds ahead of Entei. So here we go. Going out of turn 8 and into turn 9 now. The fast right hander. We'll see if Bella Danger gets another penalty here for going wide. If he does go wide. He has on the track this time, so he's complied with the track limits. This is let Gold Gloves go right up close now. Within 3 tenths of a second, the Bella Danger does have DRS once again on Finn. And we saw a little bit of a lag hit there, but Gold Gloves just put it up in time. Got a feeling it's turn 4. No. Scotty as well, like you said.
Scotty right on the back of Trickhead here, and almost getting close to that 3 race ahead of him as well. 3-car race.
He's going to make a move? He does. And they're already
bit of a dive here on Trickhead. Can he keep it tight?
Oh,
Trickhead's come back underneath.
He's got plenty of battles here for the end of this race. Not for the major spots, but for the minor points positions here. Obviously everything will be sorted out after the penalties apply. So Scotty would want to get past Trickhead by this lap at least. Trickhead has no DRS, Scotty obviously does. It's a fresher set of tyres as well. 35 and 36 here.
Scotty is still so rapid on these soft tyres.
Here we go. I think that should be the move. It is. So, up to P9. He has a lap and a bit. Doesn't have ARS, doesn't have any DRS either, so you have to make the gains in the corners here. See if he can have the extra grip coming onto that last lap. If you make another last lap lunge, Stonetown P14 is probably the worst race of the field. Just went backwards for most of that race. As now we start lap 36 and 36. Spot Hod leading the way, 1.8 seconds. Sidepod losing a lot of time, but I don't think Scotty will be close enough though. We'll stay on board with him, see how he goes. Goes wide again. He does have DRS because I believe that we Will's blue flagged car. So yeah, coming to turn 3. He's gone very wide. So that is his charge over.
Lost out a tricky there, Scotty, as well, going really hot there.
Tricky's made the move 6 to the last lap, remember. So we'll actually go back on board with Bodhod. As we're going to see him come across the checkered flag to win his 3rd race of the season. For Racing Point, Bodhod winning the Austrian Grand Prix with Ente coming 2nd and Sidepod. Ente actually wins it. Bodhod down to P2.
Sidepod might jump Bodhod as well, he has.
Bodhod down to P3, Proximity Ross, P4, Dildo P5. Finn Kelly, here he comes. I think he keeps that P6, he does. A bit of danger P7. Got
Scotty jumps up to P6.
Wow. Airband up to P7. So Gold Gloves missing out once again on some points. Tricky getting the points instead.
Bella dropping down to P10, getting another point there for AlphaTauri. Airborne jumping up to P7 as well, so jumping ahead of that field.
That was a very good end to that race for the mid-pack. Finn Kelly just holding on to a Bella Danger, although losing out to Airband and Scotty from penalties. Scotty, driver of the day, well deserved as well. As his teammate Ente lifting the trophy ahead of Sidepod and Bodhod. So Bodhod ultimately plagued by those penalties. And we'll look at the standings as we have 5 minutes to the next race start. So Ente and Sidepod, 2 drivers, I think the only 2 drivers didn't get a penalty. P1 and P2, Bodhod P3, Proximity Russ P4, Deputy Dillo P5, Scotty P6 with the fastest lap of the race. Airband P7, Finn Kelly P8, Trick in 9th, Bella Danger 10th, Bambi in P11, Gold Gloves 12th, Trent Sandals 13th, another disappointing weekend for him. Prezzo or Stone Tail in 14th, that will definitely hurt his championship lead. Will 15th, and P16 and P17, Venus and Zero. Unfortunately, not finishing the race. So, I think we'll call there as we actually need to get on to T4 and T5 respectively for BMAC and I. So I will end it off there. So thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. You can tune in to Tier 1 through to Tier 5 in about 5 minutes time. So yeah, thank you and good night.